Happy Friday, everybody. We got live trading for Power Hour again. So let's see what we get. I'm looking at SPY and SPX. I believe the orange man is speaking. I'm not sure if it's going to affect the market, but he hasn't made any wild tweets and things, so we might get some action. We've been kind of stagnant to the downside majority of the day, so I want to see if we get any um, power hour fireworks. Target right now on SPX, if we move to the upside, is 7789. You can probably say 7790. To the downside, if we break this band, we'd be looking at 7780, 7775, and probably as low as 7776. That's where the support is being on that downside. So right now, we need to get some validation, pushes above, closes above, continuation. Right now, it's just watching. So, Tateo, Blossom and Bloom. Thank you all for hopping on. If y'all got questions, let me know. Let me know how your trading week has been. If you caught the episode from yesterday, you can see I forgot and left it up. But a lot of gems were dropped on that episode yesterday from Power Hour, and we gave a little hint that me and Sky Connor will be doing a class come September. So I hope you guys, if you're brand new here, this is going to be a great opportunity to get into trading. If you're just like, I don't know where to go, I don't know who to learn from, I don't have, $10,000, $20,000 to invest in the stock market. These people want me to sign up, sign my kid over, put it on a payment plan, put it on my credit card. This will be a class that'll get you definitely in the game, and you're not going to have to, take out a loan to do it. It's going to be, it's going out to dinner at a decent restaurant price point. So I hope to see you guys there. If you've already been trading and you never got a foundation, this is going to be great. If you're still struggling with coming up with a strategy, this is going to be a great opportunity for that as well. Brandon, thank you for checking in. Let me look at your Brandon is trades Walmart a lot. So let's take a look at Walmart and then we'll get back over to SPX. And I want to go up on the 4 hour and see how Walmart's been doing. Okay, about to hit a double, it might got more room back up to 116. Not bad. It's been in a little bit of a range, up, down. But I like it. Okay. We'll come back down to a 5 minute. And looking at SPY, you can see SPY sitting on that band again. We're at 776.10 again, holding over 776 makes us a little bit more bullish. Trying to see if we can reclaim VWAP. If not, we're just going to keep bouncing to this band. If we look at the trim, if I put a little parallel channel on here, this is something I use to kind of see trends and price action. So if I just start at the bottom, bring that out, you see we're about to touch the bottom of there, and it's moving. You can see a low, higher, low, higher, low. So this thing might hit here, bounce back to this midline, and might make its way back to VWAP. I don't know. We got to see if it's going to break out of this range and definitely break below the standard deviation band one. So right now it's been very low volume, not a lot of excitement. So, but as we said yesterday, boring trading pays the bills. Oh, let's get it. Pascal's hopping on. Blossom and Bloom going to sign up for my mentorship after I clock out tonight. Let's get it. Again, if you've never, again, if you're still looking for an opportunity to learn to trade from someone, again, you can get on here and watch the flashy people with the Lambos and the condos, but you really want to be able to talk to somebody. I was on a one-on-one with a client yesterday, and again, that's what they told me. They were on a call. It wasn't even the person that they were going to teach from. It was like their assistant or whatever. And they're like, hey, yeah, if you're ready to sign up, come on and fork over that 10K, put it on a payment plan. Like, do I get to talk to people? You're not even talking to that person. So I would definitely recommend do the research before you sign up for some type of program, learning opportunity, know what you have access to, know exactly what they're teaching. A lot of people spend a lot of money on advanced material, and that's just to keep you purchasing. If it's not broken down to you, you're not going to be able to learn it. And if you're not learning, you're just going to spin your wheels watching videos after videos, just like YouTube. This needs to be a implementation of the skill that you learn. You should be able to learn something and then go look at the market and see it there. It's not like I got to go through, a whole geometry class to come to figure out if one plus one is two. We just need to get there. You need that type of strategy and setup. How's that, guys? This is a different mic. Does that sound better? Let me move it around. Is it still muffled or can y'all hear me? Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. If it's still muffled, put a two. We're back on that band. So we're holding 771. We want to see if we're gonna hold seven. I said 71, 7780. If we hold that, we may get another bounce. If that breaks, we are gonna see that leg down to 7776. I forgot what I said. I couldn't remember. Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me know. But what are y'all trading? How was your trading week? Let me know. Are y'all closing the week red or green? How was your trading week? And as we sit on this band, there's no entry. We want to wait until we get full confirmation for an entry. Don't be trying to be early because all that's going to do is eat your premium up. What's premium, Chaz? That's going to be the cost for your contract. So if I come over here to SPX, we're going to look in the money again, 77.80 and 77.75 on the put side. Call side 77.85. You got this way out here. It's a cheapy weepy, but it might if it gets some running, this could go to, we could get there. That's about $19 on the move. So staying within these four strikes right here. And on the put side, staying within these strikes. We gotta see it hold 771, 772. Y'all see it's fluttering back between $10 and $15. That one's 30, that one's 80. Again, let's see if it can hold. We need a whole candle closing above and a retake of this candle at 77.86. But they're getting some buyers. I'm not dropping down to the 1 minute just yet, because we have this level to hold. Okay, good, good. How about y'all week? Red or green? Are you red or green on the week? And it's a safe space. Be honest. You just know how to prepare for next week. If you're red, I've been seeing a lot of people not practice proper risk management. You guys have put $500 in there. You'll trade that whole 500 the whole day. Like as soon as the market open, analysts or somebody send a trade, and y'all go dump 10 contracts in it. And then when you do that, and they say, "Hey, we're cutting," now you have no capital to trade any more plays. That might have been the short term move, and then the move happens for the rest of the day. But you tied all of your capital up in those first trades. So be mindful of what kind of contracts you're taking, how much your account size can really hold. All right, we see bullish sentiment in this candle. We got about 20 more seconds. We'll see if we can overtake that wick. And let's look back at the trade. Still sitting at 15. Again, it needs way more volume, and we might not get there until closer to 230. But we need some volume. We need some momentum. If you haven't learned how to trade SPX, you have questions about trading SPX, drop them in the chat. I did a whole class on this back in February. Uh, Class was about an hour, maybe an hour and 30 minutes to go over what to really look for, how to mark up your chart, what really brings the momentum in for this trading. And if that's something you need, go ahead and scan that QR code in the upper left corner. That's going to get you access. I let 10 people yesterday get it for $100. Starting the weekend off, you guys can grab it. The first 10 people can grab it for $100. Then that link's going to go back to 197. So if you've ever wanted to learn SPX, how to trade it during power hour, I would suggest grabbing that replay because after probably I get out this, like after those 10 people, it's gonna be gone. It's gonna go back to 197, and y'all be looking at me like school starting, backpacks, haircuts, food is expensive. I need to play, and that's it right there. Hi, Red on this week, bad risk management habits. We got to fix that. We just got to fix that. If we're practicing bad risk management, those are things you have to work on. No new strategy is going to fix that. No new mentor is going to fix that. No new signal is going to fix that. You just have to scale back down. Like I said, not jumping out and spending your whole account at the beginning of the day, leaving some, we call it dry powder, so that you can trade other opportunities. Brandon said, my trading week was green. I'm in a long TSL call it 20 can go over the play if you don't mind. Okay, we can look at TSL. I'll save it, but I'll save it because well, we can go ahead and do it. Spot's not doing anything. We're just chopping. You said a long. What's the expiration on that? It looked good this morning. You probably got some drawback, and now you're getting back positive. Let's go back to the higher time frame. Oh, yep, I like it. Got that gap to fill, so you're just working it up to that gap. I like the TSLL 10. If you have the August 21st or September, that's probably going to be a nice hit. Let's take a look at those contracts because I'm going to assume you got August 21st. I was moving faster. Okay. So, like I said, I think you got August 21st for the 10. That was a cheap. Let's go to September. I like September better at the $40 than the one that expires in August. September 4th. Perfect, perfect. Overall green, but red too. Need to practice more discipline. Definitely, everybody. It's a constant thing that you will have to do in your trading until it becomes a routine. So September 4th, 10. Okay, cool. I like that. Got time. Let's get back over to SPY. Don't freak out on my chart. Those are my levels. Like Tabitha Brown says, that's my business. See how we made this channel and what happened? We got to the bottom of the channel and now we're creeping back up. See if we can make it to that midline. Again, how did I make that channel? I just came over to my tools, went to my lines, and created a parallel channel. A lot of times y'all just y'all get on TradingView, buy the most expensive plans, and then want all the indicators when a lot of times the tools will give you a more manual way to see how price action is moving. So let's actually open up two frames and let's grab SPX on this side. Now, again, if you're trading in Robinhood and trying to trade spot end of day, that contract's gonna, it's gonna eat you up. If you're holding that to the end of the day, it's definitely going to stomp you out. Why are any of my the indicators are not highlighted? Boom. Let's cut that on. Okay, there's the bounce off the band. It still needs to push up above here. I still have no entry for anything. Anybody in anything already? Like you're just like, hey, I'm full port, ready to get in. Now we're breaking back down. Like this thing just has no decency. Pulling back down. So we're getting back under support on SPY, still inside of that band. Oh, we're breaking out. There's that next 5 minute candle. We haven't broke the band on SPX. Waiting. It's definitely good to wait. If you've never traded power hour, this is about patience. Like you're like a lion stalking a gazelle. You're creeping, you're waiting on the exact opportunity to pounce, or you're just gonna miss it. That means you're not gonna eat. So getting in early, being first is not gonna do you any benefit. Trust me, I've been there before. I'm warning you guys so y'all don't make the same mistakes. Look at that. And back down. See, it's just choppy. I don't see the opportunity yet. Like, I can only assume, but this is not giving me any heads up of what we're gonna do. If we break outside of here, I can look for put scalps. Oh, look at that. Now we're down to the band. We're about to get back to that band on SPX. Let's see if we got an order block sitting. We're inside of a buy order block on SPY. Let's see if it's the same on. I have forgot for value gaps, but I don't have order blocks on over here. Let me add those order blocks. I'm not sure why it doesn't just automatically use the same indicators on the chart. There we go. Now we can see there's a buy order block there. There's the order block on SPY in that range. We're breaking outside of that range. SPX is coming back down. Again, we said 7780 break again right here on that band. That has to break to for the downside, hold that area for the upside. I think it's gonna break, but again, only time will see. If we get a candle that closes above, what is the strike price? So if we're looking at strike price for SPY or SPX, which one? You tell me which one you're looking at. Just got the SPX power hour. I need that. I got you. Okay, so SPX. Let's go back. Well, naturally, I'd be looking at to the downside 7780, 7775, into the upside 77 7785 and 7790. We want to stay in those very close strikes because this thing is moving so slow. If we had a little bit more volume, we could go out a little more. So hold on, let me grab the correct one. We got 7781. There we go. So to the downside, 7780, 7770, 7770. And then to the upside, 7785, 7790. I would stay like right here. You can kind of give a reach with 7795. You can see the 7800. We saw this go from 10 to $20. Then went from 10 to 15. So there's a little bit of movement there. But they need a lot more action for that to pick up because anytime we get a pullback, it's just gonna eat that little gain premium. I'm not sold on puts or calls until we get below that band. It's just keep bouncing off of that band for SPX. So I don't like it. I'd rather us break that band and have that short move here or get above 7785. Like it's gotta get above this level. It just keeps getting there and rejecting. Mr. Orange just need to tweet something like it's a great time to buy shares or something of the stock market. This thing is it's not giving me any direction. It's too choppy. We gotta wait. It's not doing enough for me. It's just not. I got lower levels here. We are sitting in buyers. Buyers gotta step up and buy more. I'm gonna take this off. This is just too distracting. Again, I only give spot up to what's this 776.71. I only give it to here, like back up to VWAP. This thing is just stagnant. And SPX, VWAP is far, far away. Like it's got to do a lot of work. It's just got sellers sitting here, and buyers don't look to seem to be buying. Like we're just down trending. We had a higher low, but it's still steady creeping down. He got to say something. He got to say something. Like we're about to attack. Typical spy move. It does, but sometimes, like I saw, like one of the other days, I let one of my clients get on at like 1, and we saw the move at like 1:45 before we hit power hour. Then it just stagnated. But it's Friday. I say once we get past 2:30, 2:45, like you say, that last 5 or 10, 15 minutes does, pick up a lot of volatility. So there's no need for us to rush into these plays. But like you say, boring trading pays the bill. And they keep buying up at that band. They're not playing. Like every time we get here, buyers buy right back up. They're saying that's where our money at. We're gonna buy right there. We got some resistance right here. 7,783. It's just bouncing back and forth. Again, sometimes we get a power hour, sometimes we get a sour hour. This is being pretty sour. Haven't gotten the action yet. No moves, no sentiment set up. They want us to enjoy our weekend early. I've been chilling. Market sold down, puts were in play, and then consolidation. Come on. Let's wait on this next candle. Yep. After my loss this week, cash and patience is definitely a position. Absolutely. Cash, cash heavy is definitely a position. After the market is closed, that's when the news will drop. Possibly, you already know how they're gonna do it. They don't really want us to capitalize, or they want everybody to get their money trapped and get closed out. Then they'll start. We'll get news at the last 5 minutes. People trying to move capital, not gonna settle, and they won't be able to make any moves. Okay, little buyers, but again, 15 more seconds in this candle. Got to see if it's gonna push up. Okay, y'all see that? We've been pushing down 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes, and now we get to 30 minutes, and now it wants to push up slightly. I tell you, it's got to push through that little bit of sales zone right there. I don't trust it. It only takes one candle to wipe all of that out. Can I look at Tesla? You think it will have pullback like earlier? Tesla for today or in general, like for the week? Because at the end of the day, we're probably not going to get too much action here. Tesla may move. It's already over 100%. So again, buyers are not really, stepping in here. It's moved 100%, 115% today. So you got between 340 and 345. But sharp move on the day since out of like a mini gap and it's got a gap up. I'd be a little bit more bullish to see if it can go back to VWAP. Just be careful there. And if you don't have the cash for Tesla, remember I said TSLL. All right, SPY trying to hold up. There you go. They got to those sellers, and they wicked through it, but didn't quite hold. Just got to close above. We got 3.5 more minutes in that candle. See what we get for 230. So viable 77.80 in the money, 77.75. Let's just look at this one. This thing's moving so slow. I don't know what's wrong with why this is moving like this. Yeah, we'll just refresh it. It's stuck. Okay, 7784. Okay. SPX like hold my beer. Waking up a little bit. I don't like the price action. So with 7780 and 7775, it's gonna make me sign in so I can see this. There's like a little paper tray like we've done before. If y'all like the little paper tray, how I do it, and I show you guys like what it would look like if you're in it and put your stop loss on, drop a 7 in the chat. If you just prefer to do it regular paper tray so you can see it, cool too. I like I like to pull it up and see if it's gonna show me again. Where are you? There's the price order. There we go. So like if we would have got it in here and you're looking stop loss 20%. So if that doesn't drop below 90, you're okay. If it goes up to 145, you're cool. That way you can just see what would be the cost, when should I get in, how soon would I get stumped out. And 20% kind of on SPX is really tight and you'll probably get your stop loss hit. So you just have to have enough capital to kind of absorb drawdown or pullback. It's still pushing. It pushed through those little sellers. Y'all saw the seller sitting there. That thing is still pumping. 7. All right, let's go back. Let's look at it. It was at 110. Why is that premium? Oh shoot. Y'all didn't tell me I'm looking at the wrong contract. I was looking on put side. I need to be on the call side. So now entry 7,790. And if it's $85 with like a 15, let's do a 30% stop. I had no idea I was looking at the put side after I refreshed. So hitting those sellers again. Again, I give this. I'd be beyond myself if this went to like 7,800 because that's a long way. We still got $16, but this to VWAP at 7,790, I definitely think that could be in play if we can get over here. They have to push through those sellers. So we're about to hit the 230. Let's see if it double top rejects or if it pushes through, and then we'll definitely be looking for the price action at 245. It's just that they're not really, these buyers are not confident. Here we go with our next 5 minute candle. We got to retrace that wick. Eve, how you doing? PhD. Thank y'all for stopping by. Anybody knew that wick on spot? No, sorry, the wick on SPX 325. Yeah, it's trying to push, but until it gets over here, that's 7786. This thing is just consolidating. Y'all can see we're in this range. If I go up on the 15, We're still in this one 15-minute candle. Like we're not, or 10 minute, go 15. We just haven't gotten out of a range, which doesn't make me confident. I want it over this level or below that band. Other than that, it's a short term little scalps, but at this late in the day, those little scalps are gonna lose a lot of premium fast. Okay, let's go back to the little trade we were looking at. 85. See that? That's already lost. It would have stumped us out. Stop loss was at 25 bucks at 60. It's down to 50. It was moving up and boom, had a pullback. It would have stumped you out. Even at 55, it's not even back at break even. The entry where we saw was 85. So I said, I don't like it. It's got to get above these areas or it's just going to eat premium. Look how hard it is to build. What? But so most people are just like they're just watching the candles and not really sure what's going on. And I've heard some misconceptions on like what's price action. Price action is us watching people say, "Am I willing to buy SPX at 77.84? Am I willing to buy SPX at 77.83.9?" They got to keep getting people to buy more of SPX at a higher level. And what we're seeing is nobody's buying it. Like they're getting a couple of buyers, and then buyers saying, "Nah, I don't want to buy it at that price." They got to find more buyers. They can be. It depends on how our week was and what kind of news we're having. It just all depends. It's not like a set. Fridays can be a trend, but it's not necessarily say, okay, it's always a downtrend. It's always an uptrend. Wednesdays and Thursday do have predominantly more pullback. Again, if the news is not favorable, but Fridays doesn't. It's just Fridays and Tuesdays kind of give us a trend. Mondays are observation, and this thing is just sitting in the middle. Yeah, it's gonna wait and close people out at 245. They're just gonna eat up the premium on those SPY contracts, and then it's gonna pick a direction. Now let's do a poll. Y'all think at 245? Y'all think end of day? Y'all think we pop or drop? I mean, you don't have to be right or wrong. We're just gonna see. Comment, pop, or drop. If you, what do you think is gonna happen in the last 15 minutes of the market? Comment, pop, or drop. All right, a little bit more moving. Let's see what y'all got. Okay, we're a little 50-50. Pop, drop, pop, pop, pop. Okay. Last 5 minutes, pop. Okay. We got mostly pop. We had one drop. Who's got drop? I'm not gonna butcher it. Marlo said drop. We're getting back up here again. I'm not bullish on this. You got to get over the week. Not gonna trap me. We're gonna say that capital because again, we can look at trade ain't move. You ain't gotta hold my money. I can hold my money in my pocket. Oh, now it wants to move after I go look at it. Now it's back at 70. Did it get a push up? Gotta retrace that week. Or I don't trust you. Again, I give it to about 77.90 if we can get over that week. Other than that, it's just gonna stagnate back down. We got we had majority pops. Let's see if we get the pop. Okay. Yeah, volume is increasing. Again, they're holding that capital. And that's why I say keep your cash. Like there's no reason to jump in until we get a clear start of a trend. See, back at 60, was it 55? We got market 85. It's ain't doing nothing. It was a $25 loss. So as you see, I'm being patient and we're watching stuff again. That's how you have to be. Don't just try to get a trade. I'm in a trade because I say I'm a trader. Since I'm a day trader, I have to take a trade every day. You can trade and not trade for the day. You can trade and not. You could paper trade. You could watch the market. Doesn't make you less of a trader if you don't take a trade, or you take a trade in a very trash market. See, got to get over that wick. Back at 55. This is probably gonna be scalping this afternoon. Sometimes we get a deep trend. This is just scalping. We have not gotten out of this range. Look at that. It's just still in that range. You really need a close above here or a break below the band. Like I said, it's on that midline of this range. Choppy consolidation. Now this type of boring trading don't pay your bills. This type of boring trading will take your premium. Is anyone, Miss Sharon? No, we're not in. We're just waiting. It's been a little too choppy. No clear direction. I like it above 7,786 to 90. Absolutely, I agree. But other than that, it's mm-mm. And you see how it's pushing back down again? This is nothing for me. I'm not taking it. We can hold our money for Monday. So we're coming up on two. We got what's that? 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes to 240. If it don't do nothing else, if it don't teach you patience, it's definitely gonna teach you to be humble. So you got to be patient here. But the paper trade also allows you to see like it's nothing happening. That has dropped from us watching it from 75 to 60 to 50 to 35. Nothing. Lost $50 since I first clicked on it because this thing's not moving. We need a clear close above this midline area or below. If it's just on it, it's just eating up people's premium. See if we get one of those crazy last minute God candles. It just pumps or slides crazily. It's usually not this slow. I'm fairly shocked. Um, you usually been and got some action in a way, and not just enough for a scalp. But this hasn't even been like scalping. It's more just like gambling, guessing. I'm gonna get into the up. I'm gonna get in for the down, just with the guess. But as we let this consolidate, what y'all got planned for the weekend? It's the weekend before my birthday. My birthday is next week. Um, if you're thinking about working with me, I will probably, tap in before my birthday. I'm probably going to raise my prices. Most people do sales around their birthday. I think I'm going to raise my price. I think the value, I think people lack um, the value and they see what I present. So I think I'm going to raise prices. I'm just going to do something different. Hey, it's my birthday. Price hike. So if you've ever wanted to work with me, you probably should just tap in now. Just shoot me an email. Say, hey, Chaz, I need a one-on-one, or I need a mentorship, or I need multiple one-on-ones to live trade. Reach out before my birthday. When's my birthday? My birthday is August the 20th. Big Leo season. I will be 41. All the August Leos. August 20th. It's my birthday weekend. I plan to go to a comedy show Sunday. I believe we're gonna go to raw sushi on Monday. Don't know what we're doing Tuesday. Wednesday, my mom and godmother fly in. Yes, at 41, I have a godmother, and she claims it to the fullest. So they get in Wednesday. We're probably gonna hit Confessions or some like, Houston Lounge. If you're in Houston and want to pull up on and buy me a birthday shot, just shoot me a message. I'll definitely let you know the location, or you can shoot me a cash out for a shot. I like tequila. Oh, I drink a little bit of vodka. I like tequila. The 20th is my birthday. I don't know what else my wife has planned, but I believe we're gonna go to Taste and meet up with my aunt. And then Friday, we're gonna like chill at the house. We're gonna be around, do fire up the grill, do some oysters, do some steak, have happy hour at home, chill out, play some games. So, and then Saturday morning, my mom, and my godmother fly back out. So it'll be pretty cool. Yep, I'm in Texas. And in the time that I've been rambling, market hasn't moved anywhere. We're still sitting on there. Considering Colorado or Texas, I have not been to Colorado, but I haven't heard people say bad things. But Colorado and Texas, you just got to be mindful of the areas for your likeness and safety. Yep, H Town. This is just dry. This is just boring. We got 2 more minutes before um We got 2 more minutes before the markets. Well, most of the brokers close out those zero DTEs on SPY and everything, so people have to buy like Monday expiration contracts. Let's see if we get some pops or drops right in about 3 minutes. Absolutely, safety first. All right, trying to pick up a little bit, but that week is not. Again, we got 15 more minutes. Well, 17 more minutes, but I still call this sour. This has not been explosive or fun. I probably wouldn't have traded from here to here at all to catch that. This has just been consolidating. Nothing special. I have nothing about this leads me into a direction. No pivot, no, it's in a range. Nothing about that. Okay, 2 more minutes. I feel like this is watching paint dry today. Another minute and a half. See if it can hold 7784. Almost 783.78. You're gonna get 84. You hit 84? No, 84. But again, guys, what are y'all doing this weekend? Where are you located? What are your plans for the weekend? You're gonna do some back testing on some charts, sign up for some classes. I know a couple of my clients are busy. They are full time entrepreneurs. Sometimes they're full time entrepreneur and full time corporate workers, and they get super busy. So y'all let me know what do y'all have plans for the weekend? Because this we got 1 more minute. They're gonna close people out. We may see a slight drop, and let's see if it still holds 7780, and then gonna pop back up to 7784. We got 6 more seconds to the 240, 245. There's volume picking up and boring. All right, nothing. Again, if nothing more, I have saved you guys from, spending some capital on a contract. We're still gonna see what the last 15 minutes is doing. So again, I'm getting butterfly. Oh, that's a good way to spend some butterflies. Come on. It's almost like that little person with a stick, like poking it, like do something. And I try to pick multiple days instead of just like I only come live on Friday, or I only come live on Tuesday, because every day is different. All right, it's coming back down. $45. All right. It's pulling down again. I don't trust it to below 77.80. So it's really not prime for me. Yep, sour, trash. It's looking like it wants to drop. It looks like it wants to drop, but I'm not gonna get caught up in it until it hits that band. It gotta break that band. Every time we hit the band, we got slightly below, pop back up, slightly below, pop back up. But it's dropping. Let's look at those puts. I'm not getting them. We can look at them. There's 90 and 30. And now we get a wick. 3 more minutes until 250. Still not breaking that 77.80. Again, watching right here and right here. 3 more minutes. Y'all think it's gonna hold on? Facts below 77.80. Yeah, we gotta set our limit. We don't want to get, you don't want to get excited. Let's drop down to the one. Alright. I'm dropping to the one. We got 12 minutes left, and it's not at my band. It's not pushing up. Look at that. Every time it pushes up, they sell it back down. We're on the next 1 minute candle again. I'm not bullish. Can we get above that wick? Can we get back above this level? Like nothing about this looks bullish until we can make a valid observation. We wick down, still inside of this range. There's the bottom of the band. I needed to close above this midline. Well, again, I still don't trust it. 10 minutes. Yeah, I get it 77.85, maybe 90, unless it gets some crazy volume. We're looking right here 77.85, 77.90, and that was still down from 85. It's just crap Ola. All right, last few minutes of the day. If you not taking the trade, great job. If you took some and got it, even better job. Okay, on the 250, look at that. It's trying to take out those sellers. You can see that little sell. See that sell order block? It's gonna pop in and out. They got to push. It hit 85, and price action is still right where it was at. They got to push. Every time they push up, sellers just step back up and say, "Not today," and we're not out of that range. They got to get volume and push up out of there. We go down to the 1 minute. We see the resistance level here. Got to push for 85. Again, cash heavy is a position. Got a few buyers stepping up. Again, hold 85. Gotta hold it. Resistance is right there. Okay, 40, 45. Can we reclaim 85? Man, this price action is straight garbage. Now it's at this resistance. Gotta let this candle print. It's got 20 more seconds, and it's probably gonna reject that 5 1 minute candles push up, and it'll probably pull back on the next one for a double top from right here at 150 an hour ago. It's gotta blast off through this zone. Anybody gonna risk it for the biscuit? When I tell you 5 minute candles moving up and then boom, what's the next one? Red. It's gonna open red. It's just a sequence of how this thing likes to play out. That's crazy. See if we can get 86. And it gave up 85. I don't like it. Oh, I'm not trying to move that. I'm trying to move the chart. There we go. Back down to the band. Let's see, put side. I don't trust that either. You got $20. Either side, $20. 77.90 or 77.80. $20. That's the 50-50 gamble. And now it's next candle print. Again, can't touch it. Again, when you don't have a clear direction, you're not getting the volume that you need. You're just throwing your money at the market. Like you might as well just go tip me or something because it's not making no money. This is straight trash. We got 2 more minutes before the 55 candle. But yeah, it's straight sour hour. And we get that sometimes. That's cool. We save our money for Monday. Let's see, next one we got 7 more minutes in this candle, and it's wicking. Garbage. I got to give me a sound effect machine because this session has been straight trash. Look at the minutes since we got to two. This is our 2 a.m. I mean 2 p.m. candle. We're just been in the range, in the range, in the range. Pop up, range, range, range. Pop up, range, range, range. Nothing exciting. Nothing to see here. Like I said, it might get that 85, 90, but it's sitting on the line. There's nothing to kind of make out here. It's like yo, spades possible. It's a possible back to 77.86. Possible. But 6 more minutes. $20. We saw it at 85. I'm gonna move this so we can look at it from right here. Say you just got in at $20. You're gonna risk it. You like I got $20. It's down $5. And if you had a 20% stop, it stumped you out right when you hit it. Now it's $10. See? There's no reason to be touching this thing. We're at 255, indecisive, bullish, bearish. I wouldn't touch it. I'd actually probably go inside the 77.80 and just call it a day. I mean, you're just gambling. It may get a move right down here to 77.80, and that's a $35 contract. It's at 40, 35, 40. It's got 5 minutes. 40, 45. It's gonna reach the bottom of this gap. You had buyers step up right there. And you got the bottom of this trading range. And then it bounces back up again. Still at 40, 35, 40. Yeah. I'm done for it, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this boring session. To me, it was boring because we just didn't get any action. It's consolidated throughout. Again, if y'all have been enjoying these and want me to continue to do it, drop some fire emojis and some sevens in the chat as we watch this play out for 4 more minutes. Went from 35 to 45. See, it wasn't moving fast enough at first to even make the premium. Now it's kind of dropping. So let's see if it hits that bottom. Got right back to where those buyers bought it. And boom. Okay, 60. And pop back up. Thank y'all for letting me know. Yeah. I wouldn't swing anything either, guys. 780 call went from 600 to 320. Gotta wait. Yep. Sevens. See y'all Monday. Boring but information and well needed. Absolutely. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will catch you guys next time. Again, we got like 2 more minutes. I don't see too much action happening. It's already kind of wick to the bottom of here. And you got buyers sitting right there. The last 1 minute candle might jump back to like 83. But that's about it. I hope y'all enjoy y'all weekend. If you're catching the replay, just comment replay. And I'll see y'all sometime Monday. Absolutely good to wait.